WIND.
Mike North Show every Sunday night at 9 o'clock right here. You can hear him with Steve Cochran Friday afternoons at about 5:50. And watch his daily 30 and 5 video commentaries at 560WIND.com. Our visit brought to you in part by Altoff Industries, residential heating and cooling. Recommended by Mike North. Call them at 800-225-2443. Wow, first Tom Skilling, now Mike North. Two guys who can bring it. Hey, you think Tim Tebow made the right decision going into the belly of the secular beast New York City and the second team out there?
Isn't Tom Skilling the Tim Tebow of broadcasting? Isn't he? What a great guy he is.
I prefer to think I'm more like the Brett Favre of
there you go.
broadcasting.
I think it's a great move. Look, guys, if he would have gotten signed by the Bears, we'd be going nuts. I think the town would be going nuts, not because he's going to play quarterback, but he brings something to the table. In other words, I think he's going to play at times at running back. I believe he's going to be flanked out. I believe he's going to play some wildcat. I don't think they're going to go in there. He said yesterday, I think I'm a football player first and second, a quarterback. And that's what he is. And you know what? I think it's a great signing. The Jets had to do something to get the Giants off the front page, although Woody Johnson, who's the owner of the New York Jets, says, oh, no, this was strictly a football decision. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up being the starting quarterback for this football team down the line. I think it's Sanchez's team to start with. There's no doubt they gave Sanchez an extension, which I think is a vote of confidence, so people should really quit feeling sorry for Mark Sanchez and just embrace the fact that maybe they got a winner on this team that's going to straighten out the biggest bunch of malcontents when you talk about a locker room you'll ever want to see.
But, just socially speaking, I can see him going back to Florida. He's such a hero there.
Well, he would have filled up the stadium for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean,
gosh,
that's a slap in their face.
But New York, they're not going to buy a lot of what he's selling. Even what was bought in, out west in Denver. New York is going to look with a jaundiced eye at Tim Tebow and the whole faith-based aspect to him and his personality and his career. And I just think they can eat him alive. I think that in itself is going to be corrosive to the guy.
I didn't see him promoting that, though, yesterday, John, and I know you're right about the media. We'll jump on that, which will make people read about it and then try to blame him. I think he's been everything that you could be. I mean, yesterday they had him walk in. I don't know if you guys saw the press conference. They have it in an indoor practice facility. You would think somebody from the Jets or some people from the Jets, some management would have introduced him. They have him walk in on his own. He goes up on the podium, handles, and Amy, you know this, John, you know this, 30 minutes flawlessly with the press, and that's not an easy press. So I think he knew what he was doing. I think I'm surprised like you. I thought Jacksonville was absolute, and if not Jacksonville, I thought Miami. I mean, because you're right, it does make the most sense, but hey, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Mike North, can you tell me why no one wants the University of Illinois men's basketball head coaching job?
There's a couple thoughts, and you're right, Amy. It's embarrassing right now where you're having guys that would have given anything to be Big Ten coaches saying to the University of Illinois, I think they're on their sixth person now, I think the coach from Ohio University. Some people are thinking it's the way they handled the Bruce Weber situation. 100 games over 500, basically did have an off year. They had a new athletic director that's basically hung them out to dry, supposedly, and Tom Izzo making public comments. Some of the coaches basically not liking the University of Illinois, maybe a little bit of a backlash. On top of that, Illinois fans, and I love the University of Illinois, have to get off the fact that they're not Kansas or North Carolina. The biggest problem they have at Illinois is the perception that they think they're bigger than they really are. And that's the truth, because when you have major coaches turning you down, or even mid-major coaches turning you down, it's time to go back, sit down, look at each other, and go, what are we as a program?
Mike will be listening Sunday night.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
so much.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Mike North here on AM 560 WIND. We're at 7:53.
Flood Brothers Disposal and Recycling Services are professional waste haulers. Now, the Flood family is big on service. It's our number one priority, and we offer extremely competitive pricing because the Flood family is here to help you in this tough economy. Remember, at Flood Brothers, we build relationships, and the only thing we're big on is service. Call us at 773-626-5800 or floodbrothersdisposal.com.